This week matters more than the next few months for Solana. While everything is going down, Solana is in quite a bit of trouble as well. There is this invisible line, a glass ceiling at $260, and the market is spooked because we have seen drawdowns that were way worse in the past. If history was to repeat itself, we could fall by another 90% in Solana. But history doesn't necessarily repeat. This is Solana's dominance. How much of all of the cryptocurrency market cap is in Solana? It peaked at close to 4%. It's currently at 2.2%, and we have been in a somewhat constant trading range for the last 2 years. So it seems like the risk versus potential reward is very, very attractive. Today might be the day that we bottom out for Solana. However, there is a bit of a problem here. Have a look at how much Solana dominance correlates with the Bitcoin price. When crypto as a whole is going down, Solana tends to underperform even more. So in a way, because at the top we've got the dominance chart, at the bottom we've got a price chart, Solana seems to be a levered bet on crypto. When things are going great for BTC, they're going greater for Solana. And so that's then the big question. Is the current bear market going to continue? Or could we potentially even see a decoupling? Maybe Solana is currently oversold. It might bounce one more time. The upside is quite attractive. From bottom to top, it's an outperformance of close to 80% versus the rest of crypto. So we could see this simply as a sideways trading range. We can also draw the lines slightly differently because the bottoms were not 100% aligned. We did see lower lows and potentially also lower highs. So maybe we've got a bit more to sell off from here. Another underperformance of maybe 5%, but that's against a potential outperformance of more than 50% versus the first resistance. Now here's the total value locked. So the capital that's currently on the Solana chain. It has spiked very quickly during DeFi summer in 2021. Then came the winter, then came the Terra Luna collapse, FTX collapsed as well, and then came the recovery, mainly fueled by Memecoin trading. Now this is a TVL measured in US dollars. Here's the TVL measured in Solana. So really, if we look at the decentralized finance usage on all of the applications on the Solana chain, we actually see continued growth. The only reason why the capital measured in US dollars is going down is because the Solana price itself is going down. The usage of the platforms is not going down. Now, when we discuss Solana, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. In the last 24 hours, we had 12 billion worth of trading volume on the Solana chain. 9 of those 12 billion were just on Pump Swap. So Pump Swap is dominating Solana. Here is the trading fees and the revenues of the Pump ecosystem over time. It seems to be relatively healthy, and the Pump token is getting supported by those trading fees because as trading occurs, more and more Pump is getting repurchased. So far, in total, we have seen 275 million worth of Pump getting acquired through that mechanism. Interestingly enough, though, the Pump token was not able to outperform Solana. So Solana isn't doing great. The Pump token is even doing worse. Really, nobody is interested in Pump ecosystem tokens anymore. The largest altcoin on the platform is 224 million in market cap. The second largest, 174. And those values are minuscule compared to prior valuations. Fartcoin used to be above $2 billion, so a drop of 90%. Pippin used to be at 500 million, so that has also dropped more than 50%. The top tokens in the pump.fun ecosystem didn't just pump and we had fun, they pumped and they dumped. It's understandable that the market is getting tired of meme coins on Solana. This is the largest meme coin on the blockchain. It's the Trump token. It was also the launch with the highest profile. The Trump meme coin also dropped by 90%. And so many altcoins continue to underperform the major cryptocurrencies, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and even Solana. We're taking advantage of that market structure. So here in 2025, our relative valuation trading pool made 17%, while Bitcoin fell 25%. There's a new trading pool now for 2026. It's also in profit. while most people are currently losing. And so premium members can simply deposit into that pool. You need to have a yearly subscription though. Really, the fundamental issue is that most altcoins are highly inflationary. Every single week, we see roughly 1 billion worth of unlocks. So that's how much the early investors and the teams, etc., can potentially dump on the market. And for the last 3 to 4 months, we have seen no inflows into the system anymore. This is the stablecoin market cap. It's going flat. And so nobody is converting their hard-earned fiat currency into crypto stablecoins anymore to actively trade. And that's especially problematic for the altcoins. Because when do altcoins really outperform? Have a look at those vertical lines, right? This is when historically it was great to buy the altcoins. This is the others dominance. Where was Bitcoin at those particular points in time? Bitcoin already recovered quite a bit after a bear market. This was a rally of Bitcoin of 200%, so a 3x return. Subsequently, the altcoins did well. Bitcoin continued the rally, and again, there was a capital rotation into the alts. Have a look at this. This is 2018. Bitcoin crashed by more than 80% after we had established the bottom in Bitcoin. After we had appreciated by more than 200%, did we then subsequently see the altcoins outperform. So really what we need is a quick appreciation of Bitcoin, an appreciation that's quickly enough to bring in new interest by the retail investor. Currently, we are in a very different situation. Bitcoin has peaked at 126K, since then is going down. And so why should the altcoins suddenly outperform? I do not see that coming. I think it's more likely they'll continue to do pretty poorly. It will be very interesting to see what's going to happen with this potential support. Or alternatively, with this potential support, right? If we look at a slightly falling long-term trend. I'm personally betting on a recovery. I think the risk versus reward for Solana looks very attractive right now. But of course, if we were to fall below that support, so if Solana was to underperform the rest of the market by another 7 or 8% from here, then all bets are off. Then we might just see history repeating itself again. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to give this a like. It will help the channel grow. See you next time on YouTube, or see you on Premium. Cheers!